Look, I know money may not seem that important, especially if you might be under 18, but it is, and it's sad, but it's the truth. So let's talk about money today. I also wanted to share with you guys how much money I make as an influencer, what's important, pros and cons of being in a company versus independence, different ways you can make money online. And yes, I've done many different hot commercials in Korea as well. I've also wrote songs for different artists. Of course, talking about that hot NCT topic with the whole voting system. While we talk, I'm just going to be doing my hair. I wanted my hair to look like this. Yeah, like that Korean K-pop celebrity wave. It looks easy, but it's the hardest to get. And today I'm going to be using my new professional curler from Korea. And yes, this video is also kindly sponsored by Vadana, Korean hair tooling style company that is professional, and oh my god, you can achieve a lot of these looks. So here's two different curlers. This is the professional one by Vadana, and these are the generic ones you get at like Walmart, Target. And I thought, what is the difference between like these and the cheap ones? Like, no, you cannot achieve this hair with these. It's so hard. I've been trying for years. These curlers have ceramic barrels, which is softer on hair, and the heat is evenly throughout the barrel, and that is going to lead to no heat damage on your hair. They did an experiment in Korea where they used this 3,000 times on the hair and there was still no heat damage. So this is an amazing technology that is great for your hair as well. The biggest pro about this Vadana hair color is the steel part right here where your hair will never get caught when you're pulling it out. Hair always get caught up on these steel things. Also, there's 3 barrel sizes that is right for whatever kind of hairstyle you want. So I am going to adjust it to 120, 130. So NCT, first of all, my favorite song from NCT is 7th Sense. I just have to say SM Entertainment now has like probably one of the best music engineers in their company. So you guys probably know by now that NCT has this rotational concept. Like they have new members rotating for different promotions. They also have like new subunits that come out, and there's about, I believe, 23 members so far and more counting. Let's talk about the pros when it comes to having a lot of members in a group. Some of the pros is because you can never notice if someone is really missing. It's barely noticeable because you have so many members that could fill in your position. So it's actually a really great way for companies to never take a loss, I guess. Also, male celebrities need to think about going to the military, and it can make the group possibly run for decades, for a very long time, because you constantly have a new younger members that's able to replace those who might be in the military, who might, you know, be a little older, where the public lost a bit of interest. You know, everybody, it's a natural thing to want something new after a while without having to debut a new group every couple years. So it's a cool new concept, and I thought it was pretty cool. Now, the controversy came when SM Entertainment announced that they're going to have a voting system when it comes to promotion. So it's kind of like a competition show basically, except they've already debuted and are in a group, but they're technically not, because you have to vote for them. Not all of the members, except probably the main members, are going to get the spotlight. Technically, like, fans don't know when that member is gonna come back or not. I think that's the system that's kind of going on right now. Okay, so a little style tip now that it's heated up. So what I do is I get a pretty medium-sized chunk right here, and all I'm going to do is roll like this. And I like how the clamp is not too tight, and when it's too tight, it leaves like this clamp mark on your hair, which is not good. All right, so after a couple seconds, I'm gonna pull down like this onto the bottom strand so it gets an even coat. Now you want it very natural, so I'm just gonna pull it out after just a few seconds, and look at that, so pretty. A perfect curl without any clamp mark, and you guys could run through your fingers like this to leave a very natural curl. So let's talk about the problem with this voting system. Because there's so many members out there, there's gonna be members that are not as popular, and if they don't get voted, they might not have as enough promotions as the main members or the members that get picked often. And I totally understand why this system might be a little bit controversial, because when I was on the TV show, we also did a voting system, and when we did this voting system, it was before the show was aired. So before the show was aired, obviously no one knew who I was. So voila! When the voting results came out, guess what happened? I was one of the lowest ranked person, and it was me and Casey, which two of us had never been out on TV shows or public before this. And I felt like it was so unfair, because obviously no one's gonna vote for me because no one knows me. I mean, think about it. Like in the competition show Produce 101 and things like that, a lot of people were voted off just because they didn't get enough camera time. And I know they're under an SM company, so they're probably taken care of for life. And I'm not talking about this group particularly or the company at all. I'm sure they have everything planned out and everything's fine. But just taking this concept, right? And just the theme about money today. When are they going to actually make like a decent living for especially the members that don't have much promotions and they're only promoting once a year or once every year and a half or 2 years. And I'm talking about idols everywhere, like the 90% of idols that don't make it as like the A class, and you're not BTS and making millions a year. All of a sudden you're gonna realize that you're like 25 years old, all your friends are going to corporate offices making a decent living, and yet you're relying on your parents' allowances and you're not able to really provide for your family. Ooh, look at this perfect curl. Damn, these are just perfect bouncy little cute curls. I'm actually liking how the public is reacting to not wanting things to be divided. I just feel like in world and anything politics, when it comes to, you know, competition shows, when it comes to voting things, it always makes you divide someone and makes you see things in a biased perspective. Not for every cases probably, and the fact that you guys want equal opportunities for a lot of these members, that is a very big thing you guys done. I'm proud of you. Now, going back to money and talking about other, you know, artists that are not in SM entertainment, who are in the 90% who never really get an opportunity, are doing when they're not promoting, and that most times they're just practicing and resting. And how I felt at that situation before, when I was in those kind of situation, I felt, you know, when am I gonna get an opportunity? When am I going to be able to earn revenue for myself that I could help out my family, where I'm able to buy clothes, makeup, like having money to go out with your friends and just having a place of my own someday. A lot of these celebrities can't get a part-time job because they're already well known, because if they do get a part-time job, it's obviously not a good look for them. But the pro is, in a company, they pay for everything up front for you, such as like dorms, music videos, which is the #1 thing. You also get connected to the industry people without you ever having to go out yourself. You don't have to lift a finger for promotions. They do all of that for you. So that is the big pro of being in a big company. Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons of independent artists and different ways you can make money as an online influencer slash artist. This is something that I had to figure out by myself, but I also got a lot of help from my friends who've been influencers for a couple years. And honestly, little shout out to Joan Kim. I mean, she's honestly the one that told me a lot about affiliates and how things worked. The pros of being an independent artist that I felt within a couple years. #1 is that you have freedom to do basically whatever you want. I remember when I was in the company, I was constantly worrying about what other people were thinking about me. What's gonna happen into my future? What's gonna happen tomorrow? Where's the promotions? I was constantly seeking for work because I didn't have enough. Second biggest pro is that you get to keep all your revenue. Obviously, what you make is yours if you have a management or if you have a small company that you develop yourself. But other than that, you know, everything you make is your own responsibility. So that could be a huge plus. So another huge plus is you're never in a financial debt to someone else. This is something that if you are a younger audience, you might not understand, but being in debt and being owed something is not a great feeling. Con side would be that, yes, #1, you have to budget everything yourself. Most times you don't have a budget yourself. You don't have enough money raised. So it takes time to build up money, to build up whatever you want to do. And most times you will not be able to have a fancy music video. Another con might be you work for yourself, you promote yourself, and sometimes you need to make your own connections. Another professional salon tip is getting a little clip like this, and you are going to clip those roots. You see a lot of celebrities in Korea probably do this, and you get a hairspray like this and you just spray a little bit on the roots. And when you take it off after a couple minutes, it's gonna make your roots nice and lifted. Okay, let's talk about some of the ways that you can make money and how much exactly I made for each gigs. So #1, the biggest revenue that you can make is from YouTube. Now, of course, you make revenue depending on how many views each video makes. It really doesn't matter about the subscribers. So as long as you get decent views and you give great content to the audience, you will make a decent living off of the YouTube AdSense. YouTube AdSense also depends on what kind of content you do, where your audience is targeted, and things like that. So on this channel, my GRAZY channel, the audience is younger. Also, attention span seems to be a little bit shorter for younger audiences, so I don't make that much revenue compared to my second channel. I think the best I made on the GRAZY channel, even with a lot of views, was only about $3,000, a little bit more sometimes. Sometimes it will be $800, something that is way lower than, you know, obviously on my best day. But on my second channel, where I do a lot of mystery content, the audience age range seems to be a lot broader because, you know, it's about mystery. When your audience is a little bit broader, there's a bit more clicks on the ads, more watch time, so I get a lot more AdSense on my second channel, even if I did the same on views. And so the most that I've made on my second channel could be as much as, on my good day, $8,000 a month. So it could be like $2,000, 3 times the AdSense on my main channel, even though I have more subscribers here. Of course, that's not every month, you guys. That's only on the best, most high peak month that I've done with views. On the lower sides, I sometimes got $1,000, $2,000, which is obviously a very big gap. So YouTube AdSense could be a really, really great benefit, but also it could not be because it's always depending and fluctuating every single month. Another way you can make money is sponsorship. I'm sure whenever you guys watch YouTube videos, a lot of influencers say this video is sponsored by blah blah blah. That is when the brand will pay, or sometimes you don't get payments, you just get free products. It really depends, but usually they will pay for you to announce the services to your subscribers. This is a great addition to your YouTube revenue because YouTube revenue, like I said, fluctuates. You really don't know. That's why you need sponsors. Like on my GRAZYTV channel, I work so hard on each videos, but a lot of the times videos are demonetized because of the sensitive content. Sponsorships are not only on YouTube. You can make money on Instagram, on TikTok. I remember when I started out with sponsors with only not a lot of engagements back about 2 years ago on my Instagram, I only made like $100, sometimes like $80. Very low amount for a lot of the contents that I worked on. But as I grew my social media and I worked harder on editing, and later on I was getting paid a lot more for my content. Now, affiliates is a really great side money that you can earn. Affiliates is when a brand will give you a special link and a code for your followers to purchase a specific product. When your followers use your code, you will get a commission off of that. Sometimes the commission is low as 1% on Amazon. Sometimes the commission will be high as 20% or even more, but usually the commissions are 10 to 15%. Best commission products are usually beauty products. I heard that top beauty influencers could make even thousands of dollars. Like that is like a whole salary just of commissions. You see, I've never made thousands of dollars off of affiliates, but it could be a nice $200, $300, $400, $500 depending on the month just by referring products to your followers. Next biggest thing that I've done is the commercial songwriting. You guys know I've done, many different commercials, top commercials in Korea, and I'm really glad that I still have this opportunity. I also rap and sing, so many times I get called for both gigs. So if you only rap or if you only sing, you're gonna get only called for one gig. Know how to write, know how to rap, know how to sing, know how to make beats. For the really big companies, or at least the legit ones, vocal is one session, drums is one session, guitarist is one session. So for vocals, it could be as much as $500 and up, depending on, I guess, who you work with and things like that. So you could make a really cool side earning if you have like 2 gigs a month. That's already $1,000. But one thing with commercial songwritings is that I don't get called for every month. Sometimes I get called like 4 gigs in like 2 months, and then I have like no gigs for like 6 months. So as you guys can see, these are not reliable income to rely on, but it could be a really nice side money. So it's also very important to get out there, to get your name out there, to meet people, and they will introduce you to someone that they know, and that's just how you roll the game. I am on my way of developing my small business with cosmetics, but unfortunately because of COVID, it's being slowed down. But if you do make art, if you make candles, if you make, little accessories, it's really easy for you to make your own websites and create your own small businesses. And on my next video, I'm going to be showing you guys a cool way to make your own website with wigs, and showing you guys how I make websites and, making my own business and stuff like that. You don't have to sell products, you could sell services. If you're good at graphic design, if you know how to make templates and things like that, you could sell that on like Fiverr.com, and I heard that people make a decent living there. Don't just do music, because I feel like that was just me a couple years ago, and I was never able to make enough revenue because there's not enough demand for just one category. Alright, so I'm gonna take out the clips and show you guys. I just took off the clips and you guys could see that little bounce here that's gonna make your hair not look flat. Lastly, I have my hair serum, whatever favorite hair serum that you want to get. Another salon tip. I remember in the salons, they would always tell me to never put products, conditioners, hair masks, or even hair serums, whatever might be, on the roots of your hair. Because when you put it on the roots of your hair, it actually weighs your hair down, so your hair looks super flat. Also, they say that it makes your scalp more oily if you put products on it. This is also my top for today. This is the cute top that I got, and my necklaces. If you guys also have different tips and ways you guys can make online, let me know in the comments down below, and what you guys have thought about this financial and money talk when it comes to the entertainment world. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button and share this video, and I always reply to my early birds. Have a magical day.